Cyber Traders! Happy Friday, everybody. Good to see you all. Welcome back. Nice little run on this BIOC, huh? How'd everybody do so far? Sean, I got out at $1.70. Good trade right there. You know what? There's still a buyer out there at $1.60. Just showed up. We're going to talk a little bit about that. And there's a few other good stocks. So I'm pretty excited about this Friday. So we're going to got a couple of good movers, like anything else. Anyway, hopefully everybody enjoyed. I'm happy that we got NFL back in play. I don't know if we have any football fans out there, but I was really, really excited. Can't believe the Lions beat the Chiefs. I'm going to be at Monday Night Football. Looking forward for my Jets to beat the Bills. So it's just that's the end of summer. That's once football season starts. That's what it comes down to it. But that's not, listen, what's our excitement here? It's not about just sports, but it's also, it's about what's going on in the market. So anyway, we're going to do a little shopping. There's a lot of good stocks. Market's down about 22 points. Not really that much going on. We did get a couple of nice movers yesterday. We'll talk a little about those, what they're actually doing. But let's talk about what happened yesterday, because there were a couple of really, really nice stocks I want to talk about. And we had some really nice bounces. Now, remember, the whole theory about being a trader is to follow the orders, and that's really what we teach here, is basically follow iceberg orders. And yesterday we had some really, really good ones, and I want to cover them. First of all, we'll start off with Fubo. Fubo TV had a really nice bounce yesterday. Very inexpensive stock. It kind of turned into more of not only a day trade, but it eventually became a good swing trade. You could see here it was hovering right around the $2 price range. Every day it's been going up and up and up. And obviously, the day traders came in, they ran this thing up to $3, and this is the middle of August. It's got some resistance levels here if you're looking more of a swing trader, right around this 330. But anyway, yesterday from 9:30, nice slow mover, very inexpensive. I think a lot of beginners could enjoy that. Path was another one. This is how not only has been a good little day trade, but turned into be a good swing trade. So you can see here right now, 9:30 was at $16.25. Things shot up to $17, $18. Wasn't a really big pop, but chart looks a lot more attractive than that. But did have a decent move there. That one did pretty well. Affirm also. Affirm has, I don't know what's going on with this stock, but it's been on a really good tear. The only problem with Affirm is that it does get a little nasty. It's got nasty shakes. You got to be a little bit more an advanced trader. And, I always say that all the time. What does that mean? What that means is that, when we train you and you do your one-on-one coaching here and you're one of our students, and, you have to learn how to progress. You just don't go into these trades and think, oh, you call them out. No. Some of them move a little quickly. You may have to work with small shares, whatever. But that stock has done pretty well. You could see here on the long-term chart, stock literally was at $14. Had that big move here on that day on the 25th of August. Stock ran from 15 to 18, but it broke through those big resistance levels right here. And there was another one back here back in February. So it's testing those highs, 22.75. So see how it handles that. So there was a few other ones here. Chip, I thought, was the best. Chip was probably the most simplest trade yesterday. So Chip got crushed yesterday. Okay, you could see it right here. It was at $7. Thing ran all the way down to $5. Does everybody see that right here? So stock got crushed. So anyway, this is basically was like taking candy from a little kid. Stock literally just took a dive right at 9:30. Came right back down, hit a support level here, $5. There was a really big iceberg order down there at that $5 price range. It started building a little bit of a Fausto flag right around here around the 510. And then from there on in, boom, the thing just really went up to around $6. I mean, it just kept going up and up and up. Now, once again, I don't know why I got to keep doing this, but I feel like love showing you this thing, the mouse pad. Best times, worst times to trade. We go in to do live commentary up until about 10:30. So, we had that good action up until about 10:30. Nice little move right there. That was about a 70 cents move right there. You could have made at least a minimum of 50 cents. Minimum 50 cents. 50 cents, 1,000 shares on a $5 stock, $500, $100,000 salary. Who the hell doesn't want that job? All right. So that one did pretty well. Got a good up and run on ARAB. That one just came back down. AI had a little bit of a decent little pop. That one got beat up too. PLTR, nice little bounce too. Went from 14 to 15. And HKIC, that thing just got crushed. Damn, that thing just was, oh my God. I mean, it's got a lot of support levels right around here, but it looks like it broke it. Not looking too good for HKIC. Not at all. That is one $30 stock. Let me just go back the day before. For some of you that logged in for the first time, this thing just got crushed, hammered. Great little short if it was on your short list. But I was looking for a dead cat bounce. We got a little bit yesterday, but not as much as I thought. And it didn't want to come back. Didn't want to come back. All right. So that's Thursday. Today's Friday. It's the last day of the week. By the way, just to let you know, summer is really technically not over. Here on Long Island, where I live, right outside New York, where all these big shots rent their summer homes. Technically, they have one more weekend. This is technically their last weekend. Okay, so when they rent these summer homes for the year, for the summer, usually it goes up to one more week after Labor Day. So I'm not expecting to be super crazy today. It doesn't look like a nice weekend that's going to happen this weekend, you know, with rain and stuff like that. Weather is going to take a factor into it. Some people are like, maybe I won't go or whatever it is. But let's not get too crazy. Fridays are very, very tricky. Okay. So let's get back to what's moving this morning. So anyway, we got a couple of stocks right here. The big one I want to talk about is the BIOC. So you got a couple of you that did pretty well. John got out at 70, looking really well right there at that 70. Probably loving that right there, John. And right here, you could see that this stock had some great ladder effects. You could see ladder, bid. And then all of a sudden, we started to get sell. And that's why we're starting to get a little bit of back off. Now, does that mean it's going to go back down to 90 cents? Listen, down to $1. We'll see when the market opens up. But as of right now, stock is up 85%. It's got a very good spread. It was very tradable. This stock was in it, last year was $17, got hammered. So BIOC is going on the watch list, obviously. We just got a really big pop that just showed up on this one right here. I got to bring up level 4, POZO. So this one just came out of nowhere. So you can see this stock. Program trading kicks in around 9 o'clock. So there must have been, usually that's when orders came in. You can see it just ran from $1.30 to $2.13, up 60%. Let me go check over here and see what we got on our orders. All right, so here we got our orders, another ladder effect, buy. And then we're getting some sellers right here. So again, some selling pressure. So the stock went up pretty substantial for a short period of time. But PRZO, if you guys caught it a little bit earlier in the Cyber Group room, you see it's the second biggest percentage gainer on the NASDAQ. That's obviously, just came up and just showed up. So we'll keep an eye on that one. PSTV. All right. So I was looking at this stock. It took a big hit. Now, this is the issue. This is pretty obvious. Big seller just showed up right here for 10,000. He came in right around 845. Okay. And you had a big buyer right here. Not a lot at 325. So you're getting some big volume here down at the bottom. If you guys are watching my other videos, I show you basically how to follow time in sales and order flow. So you see, because sometimes these orders get filled, and if they do, the stock will break out. Issue I have with the stock is I'm not really seeing that many orders out there, even though it did trade at 1.9 million shares. Tier size are really small. So this is, I'm going to give it maybe a category 3 stock. This ain't your level 1 stock. All right. So we're going to keep an eye on that one. What else did I have out here? This is up. Yeah, this one got decent volume, good spread. It's going up a little bit. It might be on the slow side. Maybe put this on the B list. What else we got here? I had this one too. This Verb, VERB. This stock also got crushed. It had a good run up a couple of days ago. A lot of you remember this stock. Let me just bring this up. Some of you remember we traded this stock just the other day. the stock ran back. It ran from like $1.13 all the way up to about 220, and then this was phenomenal. This thing ran from like right at 330, just started running from $1.60 all the way to 360. She's moving again. I mean, she's moving again, but I'm seeing that there was a big iceberg order out there for about 24,000 at $1.80. So let me put this back to normal. So it's kind of pushing it down. So we're going to keep an eye on that one too. Put that on our watch list. All right, so I didn't see anything else out there that I thought on NASDAQ was pretty attractive. On the losers list, we know why Groom is down. It's obvious. Remember this one? We traded. It was over to $9. It was a great run up. Now starting to go back down. Great little short squeeze on that one. Rent, can't short that, under $1. New York Stock Exchange, garbage as usual. New York doesn't usually have any good pre-market trading like NASDAQ does, as always. And once you come here every morning, you'll know that. All right, so we got about 4+1 on the B list. All right, so this is what we're going to do. If you're watching us on YouTube, Facebook Live, just please make sure you like us and friend us, share us, let us everybody know. We're going to be here live up until about 10:30, so don't log out. We're gonna take a break for about 15 minutes, and we'll be right back. We're going to do auto commentary. I know, and then everybody here inside the group room, listen, you guys know how to trade. You've been trading, do this for a while. You know how to deal with Fridays. You know how to deal with September, October, November. I'm actually going to be away this weekend. I'm going to catch a flight out of here. I'm going to be at, let me just bring this up. I am going to be at, for some of you here, hold on one second, at the Money Show. And if anyone here would like to join and see us at the Money Show, let me just give you the link for that. If you go to your portal page at Cyber Trading University, let me just click right here. Here's the Money Show. I will be there live tomorrow at 4:30 to 5:15. Please register. We are going to webcast it too, so you can at least go listen along. And I am going to be giving away a bunch of these mouse pads. So if you're in the area, make sure you come and visit us. All right. So I'll see you there tomorrow. All right. In the meantime, everyone, good luck today. Happy trading. Don't go anywhere. We're going to take a quick break for 15 minutes. We're going to come back once the market opens up. All right. Thanks, everybody. See you in a little bit.
All right, so let's wait the first few minutes here to see what we can get. Just sit on our hands at first, and the verb trade trying to bounce back up right now. That was all over the place the last few days, right? I like Fridays because you know what you're getting, and if you get more than what you get, then that's a good thing. But oh, you know what's moving right now? Okay, so I was happy this is popping right now. SWBI, Smith and Wesson, Fausto. Uh, they weren't trading any volume in pre-market, but I know they came out with news. I think it was earnings, but yeah, at 8 o'clock, I was like, wow, it's only trading like 8,000 shares. I can't put this on the list yet, but hell, yep, that the Smith and Wesson both. Smith and Wesson is a big spread though. You need to be careful there. I'm not a fan of that order book yet. It's up 20% already though. My AI from yesterday is still pushing up. It's going up towards 28. Yeah, you're gonna have a lot of that this morning, I feel. Man, this Smith and Wesson. Shh. I was trying not to even say it myself. I don't want to jinx it. Yeah, that's the hidden one today. I don't even want to. I'm watching it right now. I don't even want to talk about it though. If it pops, I'll be the Smith and Wesson. Smith and Wesson. Nice pop over 13. Actually, or testing 13. That order book is so thin though. Rich, post the Smith and Wesson book map if you can in our chat board. There's some news. You'll see me on my phone right now, Fausto. So I'm checking actually what I saw on Smith and Wesson yesterday on Twitter. There was some like thing that I saw. I was like, oh, that's maybe. So they reported good earnings. I know that they beat their EPS and the revenue. So I guess like the whole headline is consumers still just buying guns and it's not a fad. Obviously. Uh, I wonder where Bitcoin is this morning because Mara is making a pullback here so far. Yeah, it definitely looks good. Egan calling out the IONQ, which is always one that's been moving of late. It's definitely a step. Oh yeah, that's a pretty trend, Egan. Really good call. Egan, are you in that trade right now? I hope he is. My AI is still holding here at the highs, 28.18, 28.20. Yeah, it's that IONQ has just been like kind of like a mainstay of late. Yeah, definitely. Yep. Yeah, Jith, we've been calling out Smith and Wesson. I called it out off that first pop. It's got a big spread though, we were also saying. It's chipping away at 13. There was also a smaller iceberg at 13.10 from before. The stock that I will remain unnamed is still kind of holding out its highs, Fausto.
How did I know? Is this BROC trying to make a move? I mean, Rich is just calling it out. It's trying to hit the VWAP at like $1.90.
Ah, there you go, Michael. Michael getting some good money. I always got to say this about Michael just anytime because he's here every day, so I don't say it every day. But Michael waking up really early on the West Coast. He lives in Hawaii. Thankfully, he was safe with everything that had happened, unfortunately, in Maui. But he wakes up very early, so I commend him for doing that, alongside any of us on the West Coast, at least. Even on Pacific time. But Michael getting 23 cents on that trade.
What time is it in Hawaii right now, Mike? It was like 2 o'clock in the morning.
I actually like re-asking this question because I always forget myself. So, Michael, I know
I mean, we know
we're asking that.
California, 3:30 in the morning.
He wakes up at he wakes up at 1 a.m. his time. I remember he said that.
There you
I,
go.
I was like, I'll tell you what, that's honestly better than waking up at like 5 a.m. my time. Wow, that Smith and Wesson crashed right off those icebergs at 13 and 13.10. That Verb made a really nice pop. Just broke over at 2. Oh, there we go, Michael. Michael took a short on Smith and Wesson. You got 50 cents on it. And there's the pullback. Big shakedown to 2. Uh, you got one of the pot stocks going with the one that shall be unnamed, but CGC. That thing's been on a tear of late. I got out a little early on a position I was in a couple weeks ago on that, or a week ago, whatever it was, but should have held on. That thing's still popping up nice. Definitely is. I, I, hey, the faster it goes up, I'll clock out earlier. Like we talked about it just yesterday, right? That's like what you always preach in terms of holding on with a swing trade, but either way, I'll be happy. From that 25.88, 26. Yeah, I got to check back in on Bitcoin again. It wasn't really doing a whole lot just a few minutes ago, but as long as it holds higher lows at this point from like last week, I'll be content. Yeah, Bitcoin hasn't gone much of anywhere just yet, and that could be the concerning part because if that's like sell off before the weekend and then Bitcoin drops off on a Saturday or Sunday, I would imagine Mara would gap down Monday morning then even. So No, 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 no. Let's hope that 1050 holds. Let's hope 1050 holds. Yeah. When you were on vacation, I was shouting out 1050 to 1070. So when it pulled back towards that price, I was very jumpy to take a small entry on it. I was saying at the time, I wish got in on more, but let's see if there's room to add more or if it breaks lower. So if it breaks lower, I'm going to get stopped out, break even, and I'll be there with you trying to get back in. Man, AMD's been on a nice tear this morning. Just a good pop. The IONQ pulled back a small bit, but it hasn't really broken a lower low just yet. There's still time for that to try and run back up. Yeah. Yeah, not a bad morning so far for the market. SPY is just on a nice trend. Yeah, I can't. That came from nowhere, didn't it?
Wow, look at that big ice. Oh, we see someone just laddered up at like 220. Just got hit. That's a hell of a pop. $1.90 to 230. 40-cent move. That thing is so volatile.
There's still time though in terms of like, trying to focus on the cyber clock, and I mean the faster it pops, it might get halted here soon, but love to see us break higher again.
We have our mover right now. Let's see it back off a little bit. Yeah, that thing was just an animal. It was on Tuesday it made its run. It went from like $1.50 to about 3.50 at the close. That was just crazy.
AI is pulling back just a little bit. Broke a new high before, but shaking back down now a bit. AMD is rocking. Yeah, like some like the mega cap or large cap stocks, like you said, Apple and AMD pushing up well.
Yeah, AMD's good. Just did a nice little shake at that 108. Now it's made another little move.
I got another one.
Oh yeah.
THTX. It's got a thin order book, so you need to be very careful. Just to call out right now. Hopefully that book fills in more even. It's only trading 350 or 70,000 shares. Yeah, oh yeah, got a new iceberg order on the ass now on Verb at 220. Oh yeah, it's definitely low float. Like yeah, and you know what? Even on that, you might say, okay, maybe at 10:30 that could bounce. I I'll look for it, but I'm not overtly confident we'll get that bounce just yet. Might just flatten out and just chip around a bit. That's another one that's crypto related too, so it doesn't show. Oh wow, that's taking a hit. Yeah, yeah, that is a big drop. That's a steady drop. Crypto payments, I believe. Yeah, I believe, and I think that you could purchase on Square or Block, if I'm not mistaken. Could be wrong on that, but so they switched their name to Block from Square, even though their ticker is still SQ. Their name is Block, as in blockchain, if you think about it. So yeah, so I don't know the exact affiliation, but they definitely own some Bitcoin. I know that for sure. Um, yeah, I think so. Egan with a nice catch on his own call out there. He got in at 1780 out of 1830. It's a clean trade. AMD with a nice slingshot. That just popped over 109 pretty nicely just now. Really nice slingshot on AMD. Big resistance up top on that one at 110. My AI trying to curl back up to the highs again. Very shoulda, coulda, woulda. I was contemplating jumping in on a day trade position for AI just to take it there, but that's all right. It's been a really active morning in terms of opportunity. You know, if you're looking to take trades, they're out there. Right now, I'm monitoring a few positions I've been in from yesterday and last week. Haven't been as trigger happy this morning. Yeah, it looks like it's trying to head back up again. What makes it so tempting is it has a great order book. You know, at least it's not on a crazy spread just right now. Got good volume out there. Got an iceberg order on that trade Verb right off the high at 230. His verb is looking pretty good right now. I mean, if it could build over, what was it, like the previous peak there at 215, 217 or so, there's a good case to see that try and break a new high. That stock took such a big hit, Fausto, looking at the long-term chart on Verb. AI new high the day right now too. That's looking actually pretty good. Yeah, that was a smooth run on Verb, right up to that iceberg at 230. An AMD, more expensive, but that is just smooth sailing up to 110 it seems right now. Yeah, it's trying to at least do that. It's got to hold over that last peak. Rich, zoom out on the 5-minute chart, just so you can see that. Yeah, that like 215-ish area. If it could hold over that, I think there's still good reason to see this break higher. Rich was asking me about it. I ended up watching parts of it. Just I didn't. I heard they're cheating a little bit. The offensive line. There's some rule that. Yeah. I feel like AMD is setting up for another pop soon. It's got to hold higher lows though from here. Yeah, Verb is still doing pretty nice.
Verb's got a nice little move right here, right now. There it goes. Boom. Just broke it at 240. John Lash said he couldn't hear me on YouTube. Just want to make sure you guys could hear me okay. Decent move on that Verb. Look at that. What do you get? Is it category 3?
Yeah, right around there. I mean, the spread is really nice, but it's not like level 1, so probably more of like a 3 or so. AMD just broke below support, so be a little careful there. It needed to hold over like 109.31 or so. Just broke right under that pretty quickly, so I'd be looking for a really quick snap back up on that, or otherwise just I think it's gonna finish
Square
up.
might get a little bounce here, by the way. I know it's on the expensive side, so some of you advanced traders, you might want to look at that. Your Smith & Wesson just died. Taking that off my watch list. BIOC is done. 51 million shares and just really hasn't gone anywhere. market is flat, Josh. It was down like 19, up 6 on the S&P.
Yeah, I tell you, this is where I'm starting to feel a small slowdown right now in a few things.
And NVIDIA just took a huge crack down.
Yep, AMD went with it.
Yeah, everything just like collapsed just now.
Oh, there we go. Ryan and Jith both just before on the Verb trade, getting in and out before the crash. So good exits there.
I was going to call the stock earlier, but I'm not completely sold on it. Spread's pretty big, small tier sizes, volume's only at 1.4 million, but the CBAY, I don't know, it's breaking 52-week highs.
All right, AMD coming down hard towards the VWAP price right now, a little over 108.50. I think it's going to crash under that at first. So normally I'd look for support there, but I'm going to be pretty cautious.
Volume's very light, but this stock looks like it's pushing too. HSDT, this one got crushed.
Yeah, that was a crazy one from, what was it, yesterday or 2 days ago it was?
Well, last year it was like 300.
Oh.
That's pretty crazy enough.
Yeah. On the IONQ trade, it wouldn't shock me if it drops all the way down towards like 1810, but if not, then this could be a nice area here for the meantime, like 1834. All right, let's see what else we can get here for right now.
All right, traders, if you're watching YouTube right now, just to let you guys know, we're going to be closing out. I hope you guys enjoy what we did so far going on this, basically what we did so far regarding about up to this 10 a.m. If you want to join us, just make sure you like us and friend us. You got a QR code up on the top left-hand corner. Just click on that QR code right there, and you'll be able to come and continue what we're doing right now in our cyber group room. And hopefully you want to continue. Just be very careful. Fridays are kind of like a little difficult, but we'll be back here again next week. We'll be live again here at 2:30. We could see you back then too also. But like I said, we're going to be going up constantly with this commentary. We're going to be live right now, going up all the way up until the market closes. Usually we get a lot of good action right around the 10:30 volatility, maybe 11. There's always new things that are going to be coming along. So, but anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy it. Please do us a favor, share us, friend us, and and we'll see you back then. All right, guys. Thank you so much for listening. And if I don't see you, enjoy the weekend. I'll see you back next week.